The gentlewoman from Colorado, Ms. Boebert, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Postmaster General DeJoy, you testified that 98% of the nation's population is receiving their mail and packages in 3 days or less. What percentage of mail is delivered on time in rural areas in America?
I would say our overall standard on first-class mail is to the service standard is about 93% right now. Marketing mail is 95%.
Okay, those are pretty high numbers. So I asked that because I've heard from my constituents over the past few years in rural America who are receiving terrible service from the Postal Service. I know a lot of issues have been brought up today, and we're working to get solutions with you, so thank you so much for being here and providing answers so we can try to work through this. But the struggles that we're seeing are veterans and seniors not receiving important prescriptions in a timely manner. Postal positions have been unfilled for long periods of time. Local post offices have been closed or had extremely limited hours. Packages have been seen piling up in lobbies. Some people did not receive a single piece of mail for 3 weeks in my district. Wait times exceed an hour in some places. And to make matters worse, extremely poor customer service is something that I'm hearing a lot of. Colorado City, it's south of Pueblo, went without its contract post office for approximately 6 weeks after the contractor who ran it quit because the Postal Service was not honoring his contracts. People in my district literally had to drive 30 minutes to Pueblo to get their mail, and I think you would agree that these things are unacceptable. Now, Postmaster General DeJoy, an estimated 15,000 rural pharmacies were forced out of the Department of Defense Health Agency's Cigna Express Scripts reimbursement plan, and this has caused rural veterans across Colorado's 3rd District to rely solely on the Postal Service to receive their prescriptions. This has caused veterans to go without these prescriptions, most of which are necessary for the quality of their life, for upwards of weeks, and due to the delay in this delivery. Now, this is not only happening in our rural areas such as Cortez, Los Animas, Del Norte, Meeker, Rangeley, and just about all of these mountain communities, but it is even happening in major populated areas such as Grand Junction, Colorado, and in Pueblo, as mentioned. What steps are you taking to ensure that Postal Service no longer leaves our veterans going weeks without important quality of life prescriptions?
So specifically in Colorado, when I was made aware of the issue and I met with your 2 senators, we put, and we're doing this in all the areas, making, as I said
I'm sorry, when did you meet with the senators? If that's something you could recall.
A month ago.
Okay.
2 months ago.
Okay.
But it really was from the January and beginning of February activity that was out there. I put a SWAT team out into the area, and we put 12 or 13, moved 12 or 13 carriers up. We reestablished contracts, highway contracts in the area. We put additional management in I think 8 or 9 different locations around the mountain area, and we got the service flowing back on time. And as I said earlier, there's a lot of damage that was done, and then coming through the pandemic, these remote retail areas are the ones that are the longest for us to get back and the toughest for us to get back into stable operating condition. And we're working on it. I think most of those areas in Colorado are significantly better than they were before. I watch the days to deliver missed mail to delivery points and so forth. So I think, have you had any recent?
Yes, so we have had ongoing issues that have been brought to our attention, and specifically there was a period in time in October of 2021 when I reached out to you personally, and I was denied a meeting that we we couldn't get
You
this.
reached out to me?
Yes, yes, I did. And this was just about the unacceptable service that we were seeing in Levita at a post office in my district, and a government relations representative from Washington, D.C. responded and said a lie, stating that staffing issues were not impacting operating hours, and they absolutely were. So I am glad that you reached out to the senators and spoke for them. I'm grateful to hear what you are expressing to this committee about the commitments that you are making to address these issues, and I hope to work with you personally in the future and with your staff as well, because this is something that's very important to all Americans. So thank you so much for your time, and I yield back.
Thank you.
Gentlemen,